and welcome to Sud10 Inspirations with Dale. Hopefully I can inspire you, and before it's over, we can inspire each other. It's the small things. Those things that happen so often that we seem to start taking it for granted. The small things. Sometimes you can be in a relationship and it's the small things that become big things. Those small moments when someone just do something as a just because moment. People like those things. And it's not about getting something either. It's about knowing that somebody cares about you. Knowing that you can be around somebody and they're not taking you for granted. Knowing that they appreciate having you in their life. Have you ever had a moment when you just, all you needed was just a kind word, just a smile? And then those things, it's the small things. Because sometimes I find myself speaking to people and they don't even speak back. And I'll be like, how rude is that? So it's the small things, just a kind word, just a small gesture, just a thank you. Sometimes people do stuff and they don't even say thank you when you do it for them. So it's always good to just look at those small principles that we were brought up on. Most people were brought up on saying, thank you, yes ma'am, no ma'am, you're welcome, hello, how are you doing today? It's the small things. Those small things can be so surmountable when you are thinking about how you can just continue to find ways to show that you care about somebody without even paying any money, without having a dime. It doesn't cost anything just to give somebody a smile back. It doesn't cost anything just to speak. So it's those small things, those small gestures that we have. What small thing that you find that you can do to help somebody else? That it doesn't take you out of your way. You don't have to do much to get it. All you got to do is just be you. Those small hellos, those smiles, have a nice day. And a lot of times in business, those small things are what cause people to keep coming back. In business, they just call it plain old customer service. And it's becoming rare to have customer service because now we have so many places where you go to the kiosk and then they'll tell you, oh, you can just do it over there at the kiosk. And sometimes you just want service. Sometimes you say to them, well, if you don't mind, I would like to be checked out by a human being instead of checking out myself. And they'll still send you to the kiosk. And then they'll say, well, you can check yourself out right here. And when they finally decide to check you out, they're hesitant. So what kind of service is that? So you have to think about those small things can make a big difference when you're taking the time to just figure out how to do something as an exercise. I was thinking more like jump rope. You know, like you trying to jump rope, you trying to get around the rope. You try it one time and you had to step back over because you can't even make it across the rope. And then so you try it again, 2 times, 3 times. And before you know it, you're able to use the jump rope as a part of your choreography. Not choreography, cardio. Part of your cardio. Because choreography, that's a part of a dance. I don't know how I got that out of mind. I was just thinking about cardio. But you're thinking about those things. It's the small things. Reading 1 sentence, 2 sentences out of a book, those small things can come be a part of a completion of the book. It's the small things. Saving a few coins here and there, or just saving all of your change. It's the small things. And before you know it, at the end of the year, it adds up. And you'll have something that you can do to give yourself a reward for being such a diligent person who can able to just save. So it's the small things. So what are the small things that you can do to help yourself become a better person? Are you walking every day, making a few steps, and then those steps become more steps, and before you know it, you can walk around a block. And if you find yourself already walking around a block, then maybe you can do 2. So always find a way to improve yourself, improve your health, improve your mental strength, improve your mental capacity, knowing that those small things can eventually become great. And even with me, I have habits that I need to break too. Because I have a habit of not just laying out everything at night. And sometimes I rush in the morning time trying to get everything laid out. But then I have to go back, and I was talking to my Glenn, my strength, so I was I was talking to him because we was talking about being organization, and how just being organized can help you with your day. Just planning can help you with your day. And I said, okay, I'm going to listen. And so I found myself at one time when I was at home with my parents, my mom's house, I had no other choice. We had to get everything at night, and we had to iron it at night and get ready. And then I got lazy, I guess, along the way, and started saying, okay, I already know what it is. I just grab it. But those small things can help you save time later on. Did you know that all those small things count? Hello, thank you for joining. I'm trying to see who it is. I can't see the name. And then so one of the things that I can tell you that those small things can help you build and grow. That's where that progress comes from. And you know, did you know too that if you're not careful, the small things that seem like nothing to you can grow too. And it can be something that's negative. If somebody's saying the wrong words to you, if you don't correct them and you just let it go and you say, okay, I'm going to let it slide, and you don't let it slide, you can correct the problem. But if you just let it slide, that problem will get worse. Those small things can grow and become even worse than what you imagine. Because everything, if you notice it, everything starts out small. Sometimes even with children, they'll get away with something one time because you'll let it slide. The next time they keep doing the same thing over and over again. So if you don't, I know, hello, Reginald. Hey, Reginald, thank you for joining. And so if you don't take care of things when they're small, when it grows, it just spirals out of control. Just like a child. If you have a child that talks back all the time, they didn't always talk back. They started off saying, probably mumbling under their breath, saying something like, and you let it go. And then they start getting so bold, then they start saying things out of their mouth. And so they'll become what we call sassy. But if you stop those small things before they start growing, then it won't happen. So did you know that whatever you start, you can also stop? If you started something, you can stop it. Because a lot of people say, well, I can't do it. Yeah, you can do it. Just like it took those small steps to start it, it's going to take those small steps to end it. Just like me, I was talking to my sister today about the no sweets, because what I do is, to keep my weight under control, I eat sweets like once a month. And then I told her, I said, I still be wanting to snack though. I be wanting those different snacks. I said I have to have popcorn or something along the way just to keep it going. And so, but, cause my big thing that I love, let me tell you what I love, y'all. Donuts with chocolate covered Krispy Kreme donuts. And so but now that discipline doing things, just a small thing, I find myself after I eat something that once a month, the next day, even if hello, I'm glad to be able to catch this. Thank you. I'm glad you caught it too, Reg. And so I'm hoping I'm saying something that can also inspire you too. And so, but with like I was telling you about, and what I do is once a month, I'll eat something sweet. And then after that day is over, if I still have it, then I just have to get rid of it. Because small steps also mean discipline. You have to be able to be disciplined. Just like me with eating the donuts. I love eating those donuts. And then so what I do is I have to discipline myself. And here's the crazy thing about it. The main time I want it is when I say, okay, now no more donuts. And then so I take myself off the donuts. And that's when I see sales, look like Krispy Kreme. I have something like that little sale they had with the 88-cent donuts and everything. Like all kind of stuff will just pop up your way. But you can do it. We're going to be strong. I'm going to be strong and you're going to be strong. We're going to continue to be strong and continue to get through whatever it is that we're faced and whatever we're challenged with. Because look at this. Sometimes you think that you're the only person that's going through it. Nope, you're not. You're not the only person that's going through any type of trials or tribulation. Even though people in the Bible went through all different things. So I always know that you're not the only one, because you're not the only person in the world. If somebody else is going through something that you're going through, you're not alone. Because you already know that you are whatever it is you're going through, somebody else is going through that or something even worse. So I always continue to just have a praise on your lips. I always tell God, thank you, no matter what's going on. If you feel like you're in the mud, feel like you're in the dirt, I know that you're going to climb yourself out of that too. Because if you ask God for strength, hey, Ann, thank you for joining. I was just talking about you. I was just telling everybody about how I was telling you how the donuts, the sweets, I like the donuts. And then I have to try to challenge myself not to just eat snacks along the way because I like snacks. But my biggest thing is staying disciplined when it comes to the no sweets. And so what are you trying to stay disciplined in? There's always something that you're trying to be disciplined yourself in. So with mine, I told you that I like to do the no sweets to help me maintain my weight. You might be struggling with something else. Whatever it is that you feel like it's a struggle, it's really not a struggle. You just have to take those small steps. Just tell yourself every time, okay, I'm not gonna be able to do the whole thing, but if I do just a little teeny tiny bit of it, then next time I'm gonna be able to do a little teeny tiny bit, even more. So continue to tell yourself that you can do these things. It's not always easier. It's sometimes people say it's easier said than done, and that's true. That's what the discipline part comes in at. That's why you had to have an accountability partner. Just like I told you, I talked to Ann. Hello, oh Miss Custer. Hello, Miss Custer. It's good to hear from you. And then so just like sometimes you go through challenges, sometimes you have to have an accountability partner because if you have that person that you can talk to, just somebody that you can feel like you can trust, like I trust Ann, so I can talk to her. And so find that person that you can talk to. And sometimes do you know that sometimes it's okay to be not okay? Because we all have something that we're going through. Just like when I was thinking about the donuts and the sugar and how we go through different challenges, sometimes it's okay to be transparent with that person that you trust. Because if you're transparent enough to share something with somebody that you're going through, then that's a way to not feel like you're in isolation, not feel like you just all by yourself. Have somebody that you can actually talk to. Have that partner that you can share something with. Because I'm sure that we all have something that we can share something with somebody that we trust and believe and know that it's not going anywhere. So that's what you always have to remember, that if you have that accountability partner, somebody that you can share something with if you're really going through something. And then if you share it with somebody, then you're going to probably find out from them that it's somebody else that's going through something worse. And so always find ways to continue those small steps, because those small steps are going to continue to allow you to know that you got through whatever it is that you used to be a part of, whatever it is that you used to go through, and you got through that, you're going to be able to get through other things. That's what testimonies are all about. It's a way to let us know that if you're going through something and you share what you're going through, it's going to help somebody else along the way. But guess what? Not only does it help that person, it helps you. Isn't that crazy how that works? But that's biblical too, though, how the Bible speaks of how we are built up through the testimonies of our elders, the testimony of other people. So that means that you're not meant to go through things alone. You're not meant to just go through this world without any support, without any help, because your support system could be right there in front of you. Yep, probably the person right beside you, because you're trying to be where you don't want to share anything, don't want the person to know what's going on. Sometimes it's good to just say it. Even if somebody's saying something to you and you don't like it, just say that. Just say, well, I don't like it when you, whatever it is that you're doing. Just tell them. Don't try to keep it to yourself. Because sometimes people really don't even know. And then it's, oh, I didn't know. And sometimes they do know now. Sometimes they do know. They know what they're doing sometimes. But in the meantime, protect your peace. Continue to grow. Continue to take those small steps, because you're going to make it through whatever it is you're trying to make it through. Again, this is Sud10 Inspirations with Deb. Hopefully I have inspired you, because you have certainly inspired me too. And don't forget the mirror. So that you could be that own advocate for yourself. If you don't want to tell anybody else your business, you can always tell it to yourself in that mirror. But make sure you say, when I look in the mirror, what do I see? I see God's image looking back at me. Because I don't like me, because okay, say it with me. Love me, can't you see? So always love yourself for the wonderful person you are. And just know you're going to get through it. Again, this is Sud10 Inspirations with Dale, and thank you so much for joining.